All right, well, we're back to discuss Beauty and the Beast, and if you saw our review, we enjoyed the film. It's hard to spoil a movie that's a remake of a 25-year-old animated movie, and probably most of the audience that's going to see this has seen the other one, or at least knows the story of it. Yeah, I think my only, the only thing that stuck out to me, and it stuck out enough that I was, taken out of the song, was Be Our Guest, and it was because I didn't care for Emma Watson's over-the-top accent that she was using.
Sure.
She was, doing a Michael Caine impression during that song, and through most of her dialogue is that same sort of, I'm sorry, Mr. Wayne. Just,
that is actually, it's so funny because that was one of the little things that bothered me.
Yeah.
Was the fact that I kind of wish she had almost done an American accent for it, just because I feel like it would have matched better. I mean, that's the woman who did it in the
Angela
animated
Lansbury
film.
did the original.
So there was something missing there. It was like her mannerisms were good, but the accent was really kind of off.
And I like Emma Watson. I didn't even realize that's who it was until the end when they reveal the human, counterparts to the characters. But it's Mrs. Potts in the animated side, or the 3D side.
And Gandalf too.
So you're talking about Mrs. Potts. I thought you were talking about Emma Watson played Belle. And Emma Thompson plays Mrs. Potts.
I got him confused.
Gotcha. But I did still have a little issue with Emma Watson's accent.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, she didn't bother me so much. It was Emma Thomas in the singing the Be Our Guest song, or the
she was Scottish. She tried to be like,
what's the song? The Tale as Old as Time, Beauty and the Beast song.
Yeah. So she plays the Angela Lansbury plays Mrs. Potts, but in this one it's Emma Thompson. That's it. We got it.
And so that was the only thing that really stuck out to me. There's obviously the controversy about them having gay characters in the movie.
I love that.
It's
fun. At one point they actually played off it, didn't they? Where they're like, is that too much? And they're like, yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's like it was such an in-joke kind of thing.
Oh, I love it.
At least I think that's what they were doing.
I love that. What's the friend's name?
Josh Gad.
Yeah, Josh Gad. He plays the LeFou. Is because in the animated film, you don't get this sense of that at all. Like, he's really just kind of a goof.
I mean...
you do, but you... when you're a kid, you don't. But, in this one, I was just like, when did Disney go gay? It was like...
Yeah, well, and I think if you saw this version as a kid, I don't know that you would pick up on...
I guess that's true.
...that Josh Gad's character has a crush on Gaston.
Sure.
You wouldn't necessarily, he just really, really likes him.
Yeah.
You don't look into it further than that, but...
And then you watch Moonlight, and then you totally get all of it.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be a good double feature. Would be Moonlight and then Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it's a coming of age process.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody,
The musical part of Moonlight's not quite as strong, but it gets there.
Yeah, it drives the point home.
I didn't know Moonlight's a musical too.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're talking shit.
No. I gotta say, I mean, in terms of musicals, I actually really didn't care for La La Land. Not that it wasn't because of the musical aspect of it. I thought that part was good, but I feel like this was really well executed. I felt like I was in the musical a little bit.
Yeah.
And they added songs from the musical, which I appreciated because I just thought that, the Beast doesn't get enough credit in the animated feature, and they give him so much more in this, which helped me, because I actually didn't really care for the opening. They changed the opening up a little bit and, made him a jerk. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not gonna sympathize with this guy. So I mean, if you show me that he's sort of like a Trump figure, then how am I gonna sympathize with him? But over the course of the film, they sort of redeemed that, they curved it back, and by the end, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think everybody gets more character development in this movie than in the animated version.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the animated version, literally the songs of the characters' names is all of their backstory. There's nothing else besides that.
True.
And, the closest I would say would be Belle is pretty much a 1-to-1. There's a little bit more development to her in this movie. They show her being a little bit more adept at, you know, how she's building the machines and helping her dad fix things and some of that sort of stuff. She gets a little bit of extra attention, but the Beast character does get more. They give him like a half a verse from a song from the Broadway show that kind of adds a little bit of extra scene work for him, just to give you a little bit more sympathy and a little bit more of a understanding of his character. I think that the special effects of his face were great.
Yeah.
You always knew what he was thinking. It was very good at showing kind of this expressiveness that the animation had, and it.
Especially when he was grumpy / becoming nicer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool animations in there.
Yeah, where he's like kind of trying to force it. And
yeah.
And also with that, I was even thinking about how the guy who plays him,
Dan Stevens.
Yeah, sorry. I think it's his character name from Legion. That's what I call him.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. But he's taller than Emma Watson, but not by much. But the Beast is, and I saw like in those sight lines, like they really had to. In the filming of that, like she had to look up at somebody that wasn't probably that tall.
Oh, sure.
And it was just really well done. But yet the expression was
like
always
8 feet tall.
Yeah, and it was always on point with the expressions because like that was really well done. But you know they didn't act that in the moment because it's just like cinematically not possible to do.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean I know they do some things, and a lot of times when they're working with CG characters that are taller than that. Like in the Phantom Menace, you can see like how they do that kind of stuff where they'll have a head that sticks up over the actor's head, so she has something to make eye contact with, and then they digitally put the face, you know, up there, and I'm sure they modeled, you know, most of what the Beast is doing off of Dan Stevens' real face,
Right.
So at some point he performed that, but probably not. They probably weren't in the same room when it happened.
Yeah.
So
that was good. It was well done.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I would just, you know, again, kind of echoing what I was said in the review earlier, the only thing to keep in mind is just how long it is if you go and see it with kids. Otherwise, you know, for a musical, it's to be expected. It's going to be over 2 hours long. Every time people start singing, action stops, forward momentum stops, and we just kind of make noise for a little while and beat the same point over and over and over again, and then we move on to the next thing. So,
and if it's 3D, that's probably where a lot of the 3D effects I feel like come
absolutely
into it, so.
Yeah, I just watched The Music Man earlier this week and was like, oh yeah, this is like a 3-hour ordeal, like getting through this thing. So that's how movies are. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, if you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.